Right. So a very warm welcome to all of you. We are on the sixth session of the online Gamestorm. Thank you very much for all those who have continuously supported us and grown over time. I think so. The first session started off in September, and we are now in the end of April. 6 episodes, 6 sessions. We are now at around 430 or 450 plus trainers. As a community, as a family, we have all grown. And thanks to our torch bearers who have wholeheartedly shared their learnings, their understanding, the use of technology. Uh, Thank you very, very much. All right. So let me start off. I am Elroy Gonsalves. I am the founder of TrainerMart. TrainerMart creates props for trainers to make their experiential learning sessions even more engaging for their participants. And we are constantly in an evolution mode, uh, wherein, of course, some of you have been asking for the latest in props. What we've been doing right now is we've stopped on further production or creation of props. We're just working on the actual product itself that we have currently. And that is why you will find a delay in the set of new props. We're also coming up with the website. So we're at least targeting by May. You should have even the website wherein your entire procurement can be taken up from the website anytime, any place. So we are open for deliveries pan India, and hopefully at some point of time by 25, we should be getting even to international destinations. Of course, one off have already gone abroad, but we are looking at becoming a international uh, one-stop hub for training props. Right. So on that note, I solicit your blessings, your support, and together all of us, I'm sure, can make it big. So with that, let me start off with the online Gamestorm speaker session. And I call the opening speaker Mr. Sudhakar Reddy Gade, and who's going to talk about a process that deals with senior leadership. Over to you.
Thank you, Elroy, that energizing talk about your prop company, and wish you all the best. International. So I hope I'm audible to all.
Yes.
Wonderful. So good evening, my fellow trainers, fellow coaches. I call myself as a change coach. I predominantly work in the behavioral side of the change process. I work with senior leaders. Training happened to me very recently. When I say very recently, over the last 5 years. And even today, I wouldn't call myself as a professional trainer. Why? Because I don't do much training. I do only predominantly coaching. So that's all about me. The game which I'm going to talk about is predominantly for the senior leaders, mid to senior level leaders. Whenever you're dealing with these mid to senior level leaders, I think this would be a wonderful game to give a lot of introspection and a perspective to look at. This game is called as change agility. Means how agile the companies are, how agile the teams are. Okay. Typically, the bigger the company, the tough is the agility. That's where the companies get stuck. And this game works wonders with the bigger companies than the smaller companies. If at all it is, say, 1,000 crores plus company, then it would be a wonderful game for those companies. And it doesn't mean that you can't play this for a upcoming company. You can do for any company. So basically, the flow of the entire game goes like this. If at all you have, say, 20, 25 participants, that would always be good. You would be inviting two, what you say, volunteers from the team. And you would say one volunteer would be a startup company and one volunteer would be an established organization. So you would nominate these two individuals as CEOs. By the way, Elroy, I don't have any flow diagram or as a flow this thing. So I
Okay,
think we need to capture this while I'm talking.
sure.
Yeah. So we would be inviting two participants, and the two participants, one would be the CEO of the what you say startup company, the other one would be the CEO of a large company, and you would be giving this opportunity to the individuals who are coming as volunteers. Okay, you can tell them whom they wanted to be. After that, you would ask these individuals to keep building their teams. The person who is nominate who has nominated himself or herself as a CEO of a larger organization has deeper pockets in terms of hiring more people. So this individual would hire two people, whereas the CEO of a startup company would hire one people at a time. Okay, so we would be exhausting all the existing team members who are part of that particular the cohort or as a group. So once we do this hiring process, now you would be debriefing these two individuals, the CEOs. You would be calling them and you would start debriefing them. What you would be saying to these individuals is you have to set up your company. Set up your company in the sense you create your own layers, you create your own structure. The structure is you are the CEO, obviously, then who can be under you, who would be reporting into you directly, the next layer who would be reporting into them, blah, blah. They would be creating their pyramid, cylinder, whatever way they want. Once they complete the team building process, then the CEO would come back to the trainer and say, hey, I've done the team building and this is how the structure looks like. So, okay, let me give a pause here. Are we are we okay up till now? Any questions? Am I going too speed, too slow, and not understanding? Everything's okay. Wonderful. So once we are done with this, now the next debrief is to these two individuals. You would call the CEO who is leading the larger organization. You would be seeing a particular place in the entire the training hall, which has at least a secluded place, a wall, which is 10 by 10 or 10 by 14. That means height is 10 and the width is around 14 feet, 20 feet, whatever it is. You have to ensure that that particular slot is being identified, and you ask this particular CEO to set up his company there towards that particular wall. How they would be setting up is the CEO would be standing at the wall facing towards the team. Okay. And the team have to stand facing towards the CEO. The first layer would be the immediate reportees. The next reportees to the immediate reportees would be standing behind them. Likewise, they would be standing in particular rows, like what the real organization looks like. So once this particular team is taking their positions, you have to call the next CEO. And this particular CEO is obviously for the smaller organization. And you would be calling them exactly from the point where this entire structure of the organization is done. From there, you would take 15 to 20 feet away. Okay, you have to do a marking with a tape, with what you say, a thread, blah, blah, whatever it is, whatever is available with you. Make a marking which is exactly 20 feet from the last person of this particular team. Okay. Once you do that, what the debriefing for this two CEOs would be, you would be giving smiley balls to them, around 10 balls. Okay. And the CEO and the team of the startup companies would be standing behind the line where you have drawn, that is 20 feet behind. They would be throwing the balls at these individuals. The idea is the ball have to touch the wall, then they will get 5 points. If the ball touches the CEO directly, then they will get 10 points. Okay. And this would be played, say, for 10 minutes one side. Whatever points you gather, it is for the 10 minutes. Once the steam is done and once you note the points, then we will do the role reverse. Okay, I will take a pause here. Any questions till now?
Uh,
Uh,
yes, sir. One question is there. Like, can you repeat how structure is again? How where CEO will be to stand and where team will be stand?
Okay.
and
Okay.
also the hierarchy, like the first line will be the immediate, as in least experienced or the most higher position, kind of
Wonderful.
the first line.
Okay. The first is the CEO would be standing exactly next to the wall. Facing outwards means he is not facing towards the wall, facing away from the wall. That is
Towards the team.
Yeah, towards the team. And exactly in front of him is immediate reportees. That is the C-suite. If at all it's a larger organization, he has a CFO, he has a CMO, he
Okay,
has a
okay.
CTO, blah, blah, blah. Then
Okay.
the directors and the vice presidents, then the general managers, then the operational heads, blah, blah, like that.
Got it.
Okay. And the other side, once you're means you have a marking and the people are standing behind that particular mark, and they would be they can stand in any form, and at any given point in time one person is throwing the ball at this particular team, and this entire team is looking towards the CEO. They are standing towards the CEO, looking up to the CEO.
Yes.
Okay. And it is a 10-minute game for this individuals. How many ever points they can gather in this 10 minutes, that's up to them. A ball touching the wall within the 10 feet height and by 20 feet wall, whatever you decide. I think the ball has to hit within that particular thing without touching any individual. If at all it goes and touches the wall, sorry.
Sir, one question is there. Like, who will throw the ball? The team outside, like outside person from the organization, like who will throw the ball?
Anyone from the startup company, a CEO, any team member, they can take chances one after another, and they can throw the balls at these people. There's no any hard restriction who has to throw the ball.
Means from the other team, like there is a two startup team and established team. From the other team, they will throw the ball.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
How many balls they have?
It is 10 minutes there. If at all you have 10 balls, they can keep repeating those balls.
Okay.
The time limit is 10 minutes. Okay. And now certain riders to the team who are standing in that is the established organization. The thing is, at any given point in time, the team members who are facing towards the CEO, they can't turn back and look from where the ball is coming. If at all someone turns back, then it is a foul, and that team would get 5 points. They can only do raise the hands and block the balls. They can only do that. And the instructions would come from the CEO. CEO can look at the balls where it is coming, and the CEO would be instructing, hey, CTO, now you wave your hands, GM, you wave your hands, blah, blah. It means the CEO is giving the directions to the organization. You're getting my point?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So once this is done, 10 minutes are done, then the next team would come to the wall, and this particular team would go back beyond the line, and they will start throwing the balls. But here the catch, here the twist in the tail. The organization which is a startup and which is small, now these people, they don't have any what you say rules and regulations. They can stand the way they want, but within that particular perimeter. They can face towards the team from where the balls are coming. The CEO can stand there or not. That's up to them. They don't have basically any rules. And now these people start throwing the balls. The point wise, it is the same. They can use any props. At this point in time, I just wanted to play a video to just give you a perspective what I'm saying. Elroy, do you have the screen?
Right second.
Yeah. So is it visible?
Yes.
So this is an established company which is playing now. And from the other side, -5 points. But now we see the startup companies, they don't have any rules. So they're using props to block the balls.
Okay.
And by the way, the person who is throwing the ball he was the CEO of a company. And there's a
Sir, in startup company, CEO will be CEO is going to throw the ball.
yes, anyone can throw the ball.
But we are giving so much advantage to the startup one. They're using props. They can see where the ball is coming. So they'll be able to dodge it better.
Wonderful question. I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me give you a debrief why this particular thing is. I think I've started off saying that agility of an organization. If at all you see a startup and an established organization, obviously a startup company is always agile. And every individual of a startup company is looking outwards of the organization. They are not waiting for their immediate bosses. They are not waiting for the CEOs to give you the command, hey, you do this, hey, you do that. And they don't have any specified rules and regulations. This particular thing has to be done only in this way. Whatever way they can get the business, whatever way they can get the sales, they're okay to do that. So that's a startup company. I think if at all we go back to the established organization, there only the CEO is looking outwards and everyone is looking up to the CEO. There, the CEO is feeding all the people saying that, hey, this is how the microeconomics looking like. This is how the macroeconomics looking like. This is how you guys have to do things. This is how we need to do things, blah, blah, blah. So that's where the agility is lacking with an established organization. And this is where the agility is seen in a startup company. But of late, you talk about any big company, be it Google, be it Facebook, they all are talking a startup mindset, isn't it? They all are talking about agility. They all are talking about this. Small team. Yeah. So this gives a very good insight for the team who is playing, basically where they are lacking. It pushes the leaders to the wall for the introspection.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you.
Wonderful activity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sudhakar, this is one of the best activities I have heard till now in online Gamestorm.
So thank you very much. One point that I think, so I missed out also during the briefing. It's been a wonderful activity, no doubt. But it's just that it's crossed 15 minutes. So all the speakers, just one word of caution is we're having an 8 to 10 minute cutoff. Otherwise, subsequent speakers will have a spillover.
Sorry, Roy.
No problem. Thank you very much. It was a wonderful activity, and I'm sure the trainers all will be more than happy and eager to practice this session in the next round. Super
Elroy,
activity. Yeah.
I'll donate my time to him. So my activity will be very short.
All right. Thanks, Amey. All right. Thank you very much. In case there are any questions, Sudhakar sir, I'm sure is very eager to help and support the fraternity. So maybe you can also ping him. He's also been part of the C-suite of big organizations, so he understands how it works. So if you have any doubts about the modalities of how it works in larger organizations, I'm sure he would be a great resource person.
Thank you, Elroy.
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening to me patiently. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. On the second position, we have Mr. Amarnath Rao. Sir, over to you. Sir, you're on mute.
Thank you, Elroy.
Yes.
Am I audible now?
Loud and clear.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Asif for giving a young boy like me opportunity to learn through these things. 6 sessions, and as Venkat would say, I've got my ROI. Okay. I'm adding more and more, like last time Chiller, I learned, and Chiller is very popular in my training now. Okay. So many other things. So today I was just wondering, most of you know about it, the senior trainers, but some of them, they may not know. I'm going to talk about my very, very favorite activity called Queen of Sheba. I hope some of you at least don't know about it, so that they will listen to me. So Queen of Sheba is an activity which is very akin to the corporate, and I will tell it in the debriefing. So as we have about 20 to 25 people in a organization for training or more, what we do is, I select the most beautiful girl around or a lady around and make her the queen. And make her sit in we need a large hall. Front in the one corner, we ask her to sit. And next to her, I put my chair and I say, I am her chamcha. I know what she wants. And depending upon the number of people, we make 3 or 4 teams, and all the 4 teams or 3 teams will have lady as the leader, because she has to come running, and then sometimes they fall on the queen. So it is always better and good for the queen to have ladies only fall on them. So these 4 or 3 people will be made to sit equidistant from the queen, and behind them will be the team members. We will give them briefing saying that only the leaders can come and then give the required things to the queen. Now, what are these required things? So I, as a chamcha, will announce that Queen of Sheba wants. And we will do this as a trial. And if there are 4 teams, the first person who comes and gives the right thing according to the queen who has accepted it gets 50 points. And the second person in the queue will get 40 points, 30 points, and 20 points. And like that. So first we give on a trial, we can say that Queen of Sheba wants 10 coins. So there'll be a lot of activity with the team members and all. They will put their hand in the purse and collect 10 coins and then give it to the leader. Leader comes running, stands on the queue. First person will give the 10 coins to the queen. And if it is 10 coins correctly, she gets 50 points. We also appoint a scorer next to us and put a screen and put the name of all the 4 teams. And against each team, the points they have earned, we will tell them. And this way, the real will start. And we keep on asking funnier and funnier articles. Something like 500 rupee note. Sometimes I even ask change. Only thing, once I asked by mistake in Marina Beach or something in Madras. There was a girl sitting as a queen, and I asked for socks. Yeah, just 1 minute. I'll also ask like Sudhakar Reddy. Up to now, am I okay?
Yes, sir.
Elroy?
Yes. All going
Okay, I can
good.
continue like this.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, I asked for sockses, 2 pairs of sockses, and the lady came and then threw the socks on her queen's face, and queen ran away. She just said, what the hell? I have not come here to become a queen to accept sockses. So be careful on what you ask. And as the scoreboard keeps ticking, and you make the total and make it more and more the thing, you can even ask for something from outside the hall. People will run out and then get it. And about 10 items you can ask. I've even asked last one when there is something like one team is 300, then another team is 350, third team is 400. Then you can even change the last, you announce the last one, say that first one will get 100 points, second one will get 50 points, just to encourage the discouraged people. Those who are in the lower rung can also aspire to become the leaders. And I've asked for something which is very, very interesting, but asking for the permission before, if there are boys and girls. So I asked for 5 t-shirts, and the boys will remove the t-shirts. Sometime even the girls will go and then, help them removing it and then come running to give it. In all, it generates such a lot of energy, and I normally make it as the last item in the program. Now, when it comes to debriefing, what I tell them is that queen is nothing but the customer. As they say, customer is the queen, but to make it interesting, we make it queen. And these leaders are salespeople of the company, and the people behind them are the back-end people. And whenever the customer needs something, whoever gives the quality material in time will be benefited. And that's the message which goes. But because the back-end people are to work only, so sales people only get the chance to meet the customer. And the person who, the team which gets the maximum point wins. So this is about all. And we can always, I carry a lot of chocolates, different kind of chocolates. The winning team members will get the chocolate. Obviously, queen will be given the chocolate and things of that type. So this is about all. Any questions?
Sir, on behalf of the queen, you will be reading out what all is required, I mean, tasked to the team, right?
Yeah, queen cannot directly ask, but I will be discussing with the queen what
Okay.
she wants. Sometimes she only says,
Okay,
boss, you ask for 2-3 pins. She knows
Okay.
what is inside the girls' kits.
Okay, sir. Okay, fine. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think it is quite nicely explained.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And now we have in slot number 3, Mr. Amey Hegde from Goa. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, hi. So like I mentioned, mine is a very short activity, and I would want all of us to do it together. So what I want you to do is, I want you to take your right hand, and I just turn on gallery view so I can see all. So I want you to take your right hand and point your index finger like this. Okay, so now what you need to do is, I'll have to keep this camera a little away from me so you can see me clearly. So now you need to put it forward, like the hand needs to be straight. Okay, and now what you do is, you bring the finger to the ceiling, means point it towards the ceiling, raise your hand, and you have to look up to the index finger. Don't look up when I'm giving instruction. First listen to the instruction and then you have to look up. Okay, so what you need to do is take your index finger and keep drawing circle on the ceiling in clockwise direction. That means you have to keep looking at the ceiling and rotate your finger in clockwise direction. Look at the ceiling, don't look at the screen. Okay, it's clockwise, right? Now, as you're looking at the tip of the finger, you have to lower your hand and keep looking at the tip of the finger. Lower your hand, keep lowering it below your eye level and keep looking. Now, which direction is the finger going?
Anti-clockwise.
Look down. It should be below you now. Look down, keep rotating your hand in the same direction. Look at the tip of your finger. Which direction is it? Is it clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
Okay, that's the activity. Okay, so now what you need to tell me is, what can we learn from this? See, sometimes the activity itself is not clear. Yeah, sometimes, I've never done it virtually. I do it physical, so it's far easier to demonstrate and correct people. So it's not a virtual activity, it's meant for face-to-face trainings. So now when you place the finger on the ceiling, it was clockwise. When you lowered it, it became anti-clockwise. What can we learn from this activity? I invite all trainers to share their insights.
I think, can I go, Amey?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I've also done this, but long time back. So I think it's about change of perspective. If you look at the same thing from a different angle, it will give you a completely different perspective. You might even get completely opposing ideas. It also talks about two people looking at the same thing from different angles. Might be, looking at it very differently.
Wonderful. That was the exact debrief which I wanted to say. So thank you for reducing my effort.
But it's all about perception,
Thank
right?
you. Yes, that's my activity. Over to you, Elroy.
We have question. One question I have.
Yes.
What if I say that my finger was clockwise? Then let's say if someone, because see, normally such kind of activities, sometimes like the healers and everyone says, Acha, you might, I have done it myself, that when I used to tell people, okay, for ensuring that you have that you can feel your aura, everyone, when we were doing energy driven workshops. So I asked them to come on, rub your hands like this. Can you feel some energy? One person said, I don't feel. So in this scenario, if someone says that I cannot, my hand is still clockwise. For others, it is anti-clockwise. Sab kya karenge?
Yours is a perception-based thing, like it's a feeling.
Okay.
What this activity is, there's no scope for that person claiming it's clockwise or anti-clockwise. It changes. It actually changes to anti-clockwise.
So we leave it to them.
No, the person cannot say it's anti-clockwise. It's clockwise because it becomes anti-clockwise. It's not a feeling, it's a fact. It's observation of reality. Whereas you are feeling it is just that person can say there's an aura, there's a not aura, it's debatable. Here it's either clockwise or it's anti-clockwise. If a person says it's still clockwise, he needs to reconfirm what is left and right. It's basic, nobody has done it till now and nobody ever will. That means he didn't understand the activity, you need to explain it again.
Amey, if I can Mehul here. Can I?
Yeah. Please.
So, right. So this is a wonderful activity. So, when you do this very quickly, this is clockwise moving to anti-clockwise. It happens most times. In fact, all. One, I missed. Just before me, someone was making a point. But this can in some cases be clockwise. If you broad base, if you increase your circumference of the circle and go extremely slow, you will still control clockwise to clockwise only. You make an attempt to that while there is still learning from that. There is still learning. But in some cases, Amey, if you go very slow and you increase the size of the circle that you were doing when you had pointed to the ceiling, you will be able to control the clockwise anti-clockwise challenge. There is a possibility.
Then maybe you're not understood.
There is a learning. There is surely some learning that can be linked.
No. Then in that case, my instructions have not been clear, and I have not been able to convey what the activity is. The activity involves you to draw a clockwise circle, and when you lower your finger, it has to become anti-clockwise. There is no scope for any doubt. If you have not been able to communicate it clearly, I will send a video where Tyagi is explaining it.
Amey, I got a very good insight because we do the higher frequency emotions and lower frequency emotions. in emotional intelligence. And I would love to use this because in higher frequency, you're going very right, and the moment you keep coming down and down and down, then suddenly, you are opposite, you vipreet chal rahe. So this is very beautiful to show them how our energies also in the various emotions react. So thank you very much. This was really nice.
So it is created by Tyagi, and Tyagi is the world's #1 game designer. And this activity is called as a jolt. So a jolt involves minimal time and it creates a aha moment. So it is basically to change, I would say it is used to derive a learning and shift the person's way of looking at things. So in this case, like this activity, I have used it very, very less number of times, but I've used it wherever I wanted to create a shift in people's way of looking at certain situations, because each one thinks that their position is the only position which is right. But like someone, like Pooja said, it's like that 6 and 9. So when the person is on one side, you look at it as 6. When the person is on the other side, you look at it as 9. And the reason why the direction changes is it's very simple. From down, when you look up, you look at it as clockwise. But when the finger goes down, the finger is still going clockwise, but you're looking from top to down. So when you look from top to down, it's like the ceiling fan. Now ceiling fan is going in a certain direction. Now if you take a helicopter and rise above that, you'll find it's going in the opposite direction. So just from where you're looking at it. Finger is still going clockwise, but you're looking at it from top. So I use it for conflict management. I use it for understanding that role of a manager is means when a person is in manager's role, he will look at things differently, and the same thing his reportee will look at it in a different way. So based on which angle we look at things, the entire perspective changes and the way we perceive things changes.
Thank you.
Snehpal has a question, comment?
Yeah, please.
I just wanted to say one thing. Even if somebody is saying कि मेरा anti-clockwise नहीं हुआ, it is still clockwise. It is very simple. उसमें भी एक lesson है. Lesson, there is a quote which says, if two people agree on everything, one of them is unnecessary. It's a very powerful quote. I keep using it almost every day. If two people agree on everything, one of them is unnecessary. So the point here is disagreement is perfectly all right. I keep saying, America और मेरा disagreement हो सकता है, which is perfectly all right. आंखों में आंखें डाल कर आप किसी को बोलो, I agree to disagree with you. The bigger problem which is there is the misunderstanding, and misunderstanding is not same as disagreement. Disagreements can always be there, even if what you are saying is right. Perfectly all right with that. So again, it's the beauty of the perspective which we are trying to understand. So that's the debriefing point which I wanted to share. Hope that's all right.
Yes, wonderful. So when you're conducting the activity, I feel that is another learning that can be highlighted. Why I wanted to correct the trainers here is because unless they understand how to conduct the activity correctly, you will not have confidence in it. I have 100% confidence that it has to become anti-clockwise. If the person is still saying it is clockwise, he has not understood how to rotate his finger. Now, if an actual participant does it, I would say, yes, boss, you are right, and everybody is right. But as trainers, we need to learn how to conduct the activity correctly. Here, if you say it can go clockwise, then that is absolutely wrong. What I am telling is the absolute reality, because I'm instructing you how to conduct the activity. While conducting it, I will agree with whatever the participant says, and I'll say, yes, in Kokani we say, hi Saiba, means you are the boss. And I'll say, yes, if it is clockwise, it is clockwise, you are the boss, you can see things the way you want. But as trainers, we should be 100% confident what we are doing. In instruction.
And
Thank you very much.
what's the name of that Tyagi? That game designer Tyagi, you could write about that also. We'll also check him out.
His name is Shiva Sailan Tyagarajan. And I will post it in the WhatsApp group.
Correct.
The video itself I'll post of the jolt and his debrief also.
Amey, it was a wonderful activity. So most
and I was sorry,
I
Amey.
just played a devil's advocate.
Hello, sorry, Amey. I was fortunate to attend Tyagi's 5 days online session.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I because I'm born in Chennai, so he was also very happy that I am from Chennai, kind of. So yeah, had a personal connect to. Very much fortunate. So
He's
it
making India
reminded
proud
me.
actually because Americans are
Ah,
using
he's,
his game.
yeah, I know, I know.
It shows the
Thank you,
potential
Amey.
of Indians.
Thank you,
Amey,
thank you.
sorry,
I love this activity.
Thank you,
Amey,
but we
I'm
are
waiting
kind
for the
of running
debrief.
out of
Sorry, I
time.
missed it. Sorry, Amey. I missed the debrief actually. What you said is basically an optical illusion, I think. You are actually doing it clockwise and it becomes anti-clockwise when we see from a different angle. As simple as that. So there's nothing that something is going wrong here. You're perfectly
Yes.
right. But just
Yes.
give me the debrief. I just missed it out.
Debrief was given by Pooja, so you can watch it in the recording.
And also, once he shares the video, it will be a little clear because Tyagi also has spoken about this activity. So maybe that might help. We are 14 minutes into this activity, and that's the reason
I finished in 2 minutes, Alroy.
Yeah, so I'll need to cut it short and we need to move to the next speaker. So thank you very much, Amey. And our next speaker is Dr. Shreya Govind.
Good evening, everyone. I am Shreya from Bangalore. So I am going to talk about an activity which is about making a structure with matchboxes. So I have some matchboxes. I carry around 40 to 50 matchboxes. Divide participant into different teams, the number of participants depending how many participants are there. So 4 or 5 teams I make it, 4 to 5 people in each group. Now I tell them that they need to make a structure with these matchboxes. They need to make a structure with these matchboxes. Now what happens? I tell them that, and what is one more thing? Now whoever is making the structure, that person will be blindfolded. Other team members will guide them, can help them arrange the matchboxes and all those things. But that team member who is making it will be blindfolded. And you have a time limit. I give them 60 seconds to make a structure with those matchboxes. Initially, 5 team members, so 5 teams, so I give them 10, 15 matchboxes to practice it. Once they are ready, I say, okay, let's start. So one by one, each team performs. So what generally happens, they all start making, and the instruction, sorry, I missed out one more important thing. Now, whichever team uses maximum matchboxes is the winner. They need to make a structure, and whichever team uses maximum matchboxes within that time limit is the winner. This is the only instruction I am giving to them, and the blindfold thing. Give them time to practice for the matchboxes structure, whatever they do that. Now, once they start, only the person who is blindfolded will start doing it. Now they will all start making it. Other team members start giving them matchboxes, and they make the structure like this, or they make a kind of two like this, different kind of structure. Now, since this person is blind, and I have said that other team members can help, but the structure only the blindfolded person can do. Now it falls and all. So maximum I have seen people will make up to 20. They use matchboxes up to 20, but they have 50 matchboxes. They are not able to utilize more than 20, 25 kind of matchboxes. Now, activity done, they have fun and all those things. Once the activity is done, I ask them, what do you think? What happened? What was the all activity about? They said to make a structure. I said, yes. I want to understand what was my exact instruction. They said you need to use maximum number of matchboxes, and only the person who is blindfolded will make the structure. They start saying, we'll make the structure like this. That's how they start explaining. I said, yes, I told you have to use the matchboxes. I never told that other team members cannot help by arranging the matchboxes. What they do, they just give the matchboxes, arrange it, bring it near the hands of the person who is doing it. And many times they start making, 99% of the time I have seen people make structure like this, or 2 on the base will be 2, and then they top it up so that it does not fall. But they do not do that structure like this, like a train. If you are able to see the screen of mine, what I am doing is I am just connecting one matchbox to another matchbox. Now there is no chance of falling this down, and there is no chance of that it will come apart and all those things. It will be stable. I said we could have done that also, and other team members could have just given a box to you, you open and you do this. No, we thought you have to make a structure, tall structure. I said I never said that. Now where do I use, so this is the activity. Now I use this activity in problem solving. Defining the problem statement. Whenever we have,
is it?
Yeah, correct. Yes. So when we say problem solving, first thing lies there, identifying the problem statement. Now, what is the problem statement? Using the maximum number of matchboxes. How? They started looking at structure. Never assume, look at the things, all the aspect of it, and use the maximum number of matchboxes. That's what they have to do it. But they do not go for that. And then from there, I derive the defining the problem statement. So I mostly use it in problem solving. Yes, you rightly said, we can use in strategy, how you define the strategy, planning and all those aspects also. So that was a short activity.
Awesome activity. Thank you so much, Shreya. Thank you.
Most welcome. Any
Wonderful, Shreya.
Shreya, how much time do you give for the activity?
So first, when they are doing it, it's only 60 seconds. Within that 60 seconds, and I always say that team members can help. So what the blindfolded person can do, he can just connect, or sometimes they can connect 10 matchboxes, and they can give to the person who is making. They can connect those also, utilizing other team members also. How do you are doing it? Those things are all open, but they do not look at it.
And you also said you give 10-15 minutes for them to practice.
Planning. I give them the planning time.
Yeah, like, I had heard in one of the trainings that Taj Mahal was built by those people who did not see the whole picture. They did not know what exactly are they making.
Yeah.
That's so wonderful.
So that's so I give that example also, Taj Mahal, that they were not aware that what they are making, but they, you have seen.
True.
Yes, Mike, one question is there. Shreya ji, yes, आपने जो बताया कि like team member help कर सकते हैं, पर like by मतलब पर वो लोग दो के पीस जोड़कर जो लोग बना रहे हैं उनको दे सकते हैं, ऐसा ही बोल रहे हैं ना आप?
Yes. हाँ, आप हेल्प, मैंने बोला हेल्प करो, बट वो लोग क्या करते ना, ये मैं बिखार देती हूँ सारी पीसेस on a ground. We generally do it, so I keep all the pieces separately, all the 50 pieces of matchboxes separately, and they keep arranging it, and they bring it near the blindfolded person because he cannot see it.
वो पूरा स्ट्रक्चर कनेक्ट वो करेगा, पर हम दो लोग दो तीन जोड़कर तो दे सकते हैं.
हाँ, that's what I said. You can help.
फिर वो लोग जब हम इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहे हैं तब वो लोग पूछेंगे कि हमको किस तरीके से हेल्प करनी है, तब उनका जवाब हमें क्या देना है?
You can help. I just see, as a facilitator, sometimes we act like, okay, help. So what we can do? Whatever help the person needs, you can do that. I just say, whatever help the person needs, you can do that. That's your strategy. Now somebody said, oh, they are making the structure. So sometimes I have seen what they say, they make the structure like this, 5, 6, and they give it to that. Can I do that? I said, that's their strategy, that's their planning. You can also do that. One team says, hey, they are doing this. I said, okay. And I am really sorry, I missed on one more very important instruction. Sorry. Now, one more important instruction is that there are 4 teams. Now, first team gets 60 seconds to do it. Now, second team now already have seen it. They will get 55 seconds. Third team, 50 seconds. Fourth team, 45 seconds. So it reduces because they have already seen how it would work. And
Why
it is
can't they
not
do
about the time.
simultaneously? Why can't they do simultaneously different, on their tables?
You need you can do that, but you need to monitor how they are doing it. You would need more than 200, 300 matchboxes, and on each table you would need somebody else to monitor those things. So that's the reason. And why I reduce the time, because first team is doing, they do not know about the entire plan. Now second team know, oh, that's how they can do it.
Sure, can we do like that? We can send the other teams outside.
But I try to bring this. You can do your little changes also. You can bring it, but sometimes I may encourage them. Okay, you can disturb. You can. That's little fun chaos also. You can create in that environment. Or sometimes I say, when I see that participants are very young crowd also, meaning I have done this program with one of the startup where they were talking about problem solving skills. So they were mostly into the range of 25 to 30 age group. Now they start yelling and all those things. So then I said, you cannot talk. But others I said, you can disturb. So sometimes they say, hey, not here, not here. Little disturbance they were able to create. But they see, you can take a call. We all are trainers. We know how and what to manage at the situation level. So you can take about it. But when I do all the teams, so first team gets 60 seconds, second team gets 55, third 50, and fourth 45.
Very well planned, I would say, Shreya. Very well planned.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
In fact, what actually comes to mind is also agility in the way you move. So even if any team decides to change their plan basis what they see, it's basically learning on the go. How quickly you can move as an organization. Maybe that's also something that can be incorporated along with problem solving. So anyway, it's past 10 minutes. So I think so.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Thank
Shreya,
you so much.
Thank you
I
very
will
much.
share a note about it.
Superb. Kuljit ji, I'll have to put it on hold for the time being. Is it a question or a comment about this activity? You're on mute, sir.
Balraj, sorry. In fact, I wanted to put a clap over there, but it was hand raised. Thank you.
All right, superb. Thank you.
We're really smart enough to care for everyone.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Shreya. Moving over to Prachee from Pune, Prachee Mahambare.
Yeah. Yep. So hello and good evening to all of you. And thank you, Elroy. Thank you, Asif. Asif has been my guru for so long now. And thank you so much for all the guidance that you always give. So I'm going to share one activity, and this activity has to be done in the end. Okay. So जो भी आपका training है, तो उसके end में ये activity आपको करनी है. So what you have to do, this is called a logo activity. Now this can be used for creative thinking. Okay. Sales के लिए use कर सकते हैं. Like if you are training the sales people, then also you can use it. Actually, you can use it for manufacturing companies also. So how the material that you will use is a chart paper and the sketch pens. That's it. If you want to give them some decorative material, you can give, but then these are the two things that you will have to give. Now, team size, okay? Per team, 5 to 8. There should not be more than 8 because then it will lose the purpose. Okay, because you would like all the people to get involved in the creating all the things like whatever that you are instructing. So ye bilkul hona chahiye, to 5 to 8. How many teams? You can make 5 teams or 7 teams. So it is okay for 50 to 60 people. Okay, so this is the introduction of the activity. Now yahan pe what all instructions that you are going to give. One is they will have to make logo of their own company. They cannot copy it, but they will make their own logo. Now this logo has to be meaningful. Okay, so that's something that is connected to their company. For example, I did it for one manufacturing company. So they came out with because they used to make the tools, jo tools hote hai. So they actually came out with a very nice logo where all the tools were also there. So ye ek hota hai. The second one they would have to make is how do they see their company growing in the next financial year? Okay, or I'm saying, or they can actually depict. Now this is all pictorial depiction they will have to do. They cannot write any sentence. Okay, they cannot write any word also, only alphabets can be written. So what they would do is, they would just depict it, how they see their company growing, okay, in the next financial year, and what all things that would help the company grow. 3 things you can say, the 3 things, top 3 things that you would see that the company is growing because of these 3 things. Okay, so this is the second part of it, and the last part of it is a slogan. So they will have to make a slogan for their own company or the team. Now here there can be a variation. They can take any slogan, okay, because it can be a Nike slogan, just do it, or you can say that you have to be creative and make your own slogan. So it depends on like what kind of crowd that you get. So these are the 3 things that they will have to do. The time that you will give them is directly, you will start, no planning, no strategies, 20 minutes time to 30 minutes, depends on like how much time you have. So it's like 20 minutes to 30 minutes time that you can give. Now, one thing that you would do is, in that group, whoever is the senior people, like maybe 2 or 3 senior people you would see, so they will not be participating in this activity. In fact, they would observe the teams. अभी ये ना last में होगा, like आपके सब training session के last में होगा ना ये. So they know like observations कैसे करने and all. So you will just tell them कि how these teams are performing. So you can give them the criteria also, like how the teamwork is getting done, who is taking the initiative, how they are delegating the work, how many creative ideas they are coming up with. Are they listening to each other while communicating, or while making the logo, or how they are deciding like what 3 things that the company has to do. So ये observation as a trainer आप तो करोगे, but at the same time let the senior people do it, and they will write down the points. Okay, so whatever points that they want to write down, and now after the activity is over, 20 minutes over हो गए, उसके बाद जो चार्ट पेपर उनके तैयार है वो वॉल पे चिपकाएंगे वो one by one. Okay, once they are ready, वो वहाँ like wherever you get the place वहाँ पे आप करोगे. Now this, of course, this has to look good also. तो पहले ही बताना है आपको. This has to look good, neat, presentation wise also it has to be good. इसके बाद debriefing आपको करना ही नहीं है, because the seniors would do it. Okay, but before that, every team will get a chance to explain their logo and all, why they actually did that logo, or what all things that they have included. तो 5 minute ही मिलेंगे. Every team will get 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the size. कि आपका अगर ज़्यादा है teams, तो you will definitely reduce some time. तो 3 minutes मिलेंगे. 1 minute for the logo you will explain, 1 minute the second one, and the third one. Okay, and after that, the observations, of course, will be said, because see, actually they are the right people to judge also okay, what went wrong. The senior people I'm saying. In fact, I'll tell you one thing, like जब मैंने ये activity ली थी, so those senior people said that you wait for some time, our HOD is coming, because he wants to see like how they have done, because all these things, how the company is going to grow for their next financial year, what are their plans and all. So they really wanted to see, and that is why we actually waited for the HOD to come. So this is absolutely a very nice activity. जो आप sales team के लिए तो बहुत ही अच्छी, because then they actually get to explain like what all things that they can do. Okay, so this is the activity. Debrief के लिए ना, I would say that you don't have to debrief much, because those who are observing, they would only debrief it. Okay, Because they would say that, okay, this person really took the initiative and we really liked it. And see, actually, this is very good for the senior people. Unke team mein hi kabhi kabhi na, they don't even understand that this person can actually take the initiative. तो उनको भी वो शॉक होता है कभी कभी, अरे this person actually was taking the initiative, he was doing something. तो ये होगा, तो debrief भी नहीं, तो इसीलिए लास्ट करनी है. So स्लोगन तो उनकी अच्छी ही होती है. I mean, you would enjoy that because they actually come up with very, very, very nice slogans. And when they explain the slogans, that's also very interesting sometimes. And it is all creative thinking, how they think as a team, how they are explaining each other their ideas and all, brainstorming kaise hota hai. So this is how it is. So this is the activity. Thank you.
I have a question, please. What is the objective of this activity?
See, objective, as I said, agar aapne last mein liya, okay. So when you teach all these things, ultimately they have to achieve their goals, right? So they actually visualize how it is going to go. One is the creative thinking. In the sense, when they come up with the logo, okay, see the way they explain it, the logo, that our company, and they take a pride in it. Okay, so it is all about they taking pride in it, explaining the logo. They explain like how their financial year, they can see that how our company is going to grow and what all 3 factors that they want to include in their team. And the slogan तो बहुत enthusiasm के साथ वो देते हैं. So that is the last में जो आपको वो enthusiasm करना है उनको, that is the objective. Secondly, visualizing कि उनका next future plan क्या होगा and how they actually look at it. And the third objective, their senior people, they are actually commenting and they are giving the feedback, the live feedback. They actually pointing out the good things about, you know, the people. That is also the objective. So ये trainers perspective से नहीं है, organization perspective से है.
So otherwise the day's training would have been on sales skills or some other, I mean, सारा दिन का जो ट्रेनिंग था वो कौन से टॉपिक के ऊपर था? What was the subject of the training?
My topic was team building and leadership के लिए मैंने लिया था ये.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are at the 10-minute mark and we have Shamila and Sushant who have raised their hands. So maybe quickly we will take only these 2 questions.
Yeah.
Beyond them, we will have to put it on in the parking lot and maybe Prachee can answer that later. Sushant, since you raised your hand first, I will go in that order.
Thank you, Alright. Prachee, let me congratulate you for a wonderful event. I would just like to add one important one suggestion I would like to put forward. As you have mentioned that only alphabet should be used, not words or sentences. So if you can also give, instead of slogan, can you create an acronym for the company so that the company can use that acronym for their own future perspective, that this is our slogan in terms of acronym. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, it is fantastic suggestion. I really liked it. Very nice. Thank you.
Wonderful, Sushant. Thank you. Shamila ma'am.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, please.
Prachee, a very nice activity. I really liked it, and especially I like the way that they are projecting into the future, and you know, it comes from the people. So that's a lovely thing. My question is very brief. Like, how many minutes would you need to set aside for this activity?
45 minutes to 1 hour, because it depends on like how many teams are there. Because 20 minutes for their all drawing and all, you can actually give 30 minutes as well. If you are giving 3 minutes to each for the presentation, stick to 3 minutes to 5 minutes. So it would be like, if at all there are 5, then again 25 minutes. And it might go to 1, because I could do it because I did only, I mean, I gave them only 15 minutes. It depends like how many minutes you have to give, but max I would say 1 hour 15 minutes, not more than that.
Right, and the level of the trainees would be mid management level.
Managers, mid management to senior management, I would say.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Lovely activity.
Thank you.
Rakhi ma'am, we are at 13 minutes.
Sorry,
quickly. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
quickly. Prachee, it was an amazing activity actually. I've done a different variation. Maybe I'll talk at a later point of time. But quickly, I'm not very clear with the second point. That is, one is logo making, last one is slogan. The second one, can you quickly tell me? That is how to see, how do you see the growth in the.
How, like, what are the strategies, the top 3 strategies that you would apply in your team or in your organization, depending on their level? Okay. So, kaun se aap for what all 3 strategies? Now I'll tell you what do they do. Okay. Generally, they actually draw the steps. Okay. Or steps pay, they actually put the dollar or maybe rupees. So that means the first strategies is to include, have the more profit. If it is a sales team, definitely they would do that. Then they draw the customer. So customer acquisition. So wo ek hoga. So this is how they draw it. So that is what their strategy is for the next financial year. That's what they say.
Okay. Got it. According to them, right?
According to
Thank you
them,
so much.
yeah.
Thank you so much. And thank you once again, Elroy, for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you,
so.
Elroy. Thank you all.
Raki, I think so. You were talking about symbolic charades or something. Like.
Yes, right.
All
That's
right,
wonderful.
superb. Thank you very much, Prachee.
Thank you.
And time now for Sumita Singh.
Good evening, everybody. Am I audible? Clear?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. So thanks to Venkatesh, sir. I think he's not here. And somebody asked for Pengu ball in the group, and I just said that I can brief. But I had no idea that I'll share it here because all are so experienced. The version that I learned was a little different than what Venkatesh sir told me. So I will just share my version, which I have done. This Pengu ball is basically the outdoor activity. But then if you have good space indoor as well, and you can draw a track kind of thing, then yes, it can be done in, indoor as well. And I did it in indoor only. So I'll just share my screen just to give you the idea how the track would be, and then I'll share everything. Yeah. So my name is Sumita Singh, and I am presenting this activity, Pengu Ball. It is mostly used for team building, where you want to make the participants feel about what are the things, attributes that are needed in a team, but can also be used in problem solving skills, critical thinking, and strategizing kind of thing when you're focusing on these topics per se. Ideal number of participants that is needed is per team, because it has to be a little larger group, because you need to have at least 2-3 teams to perform on this. And in each team, at least जो minimum होता है ना, वो 5 तो कम से कम होना ही चाहिए. क्यों, वो मैं आगे बताऊंगी, but minimum 5 should be there. Odd number होगा तो भी चलेगा, even number है तो भी चलेगा. In this version of Pengu ball, what happens? 2 person back to back, like अगर ये suppose face है, तो back to back करके ये ऐसे होंगे और elbow lock करके खड़े होंगे. Back to back and elbow lock. I'll show you how. Can you see this? So, firstly, what will happen? We will have tracks. इस टाइप के ट्रैक हम जो स्क्वायर्स में बनाकर एक लंबी ट्रैक, जिसमें कि एटलीस्ट 4 to 5 क्यूब्स बने हो, स्क्वायर्स बने हो. हर एक स्क्वायर में 2 पार्टिसिपेंट्स विल स्टैंड बैक टू बैक, एक दूसरे का बैक फेस करके एल्बो लॉक करके खड़े हो जाएंगे. पेंगू बॉल एक मीडियम साइज का प्लास्टिक बॉल होता है. We do not suggest rubber ball or any foam based ball, क्योंकि उसका grip बनाने में आसान होता है. And the challenge here is that you manage a ball even if it is slipping, या फिर pass on करने में difficult होता है अगर वो rubber ball या sponge ball होता है तो. So it's better to go for plastic ball and a little bigger size, not too big, not too small, medium size का, so that it's easy to hold at the neck or upper shoulder. So team 1 is standing. Team 2 is standing, they are standing in their squares. While team 1 is passing the ball to team 2 through the neck, they don't have to touch shoulder से ऐसे करके बस support करके they can transfer, they can't touch through the hand. एक टीम से दूसरे टीम को, दूसरे टीम से तीसरे टीम को, and then finally destination पे एक डस्टबिन या फिर छोटा बकेट रखते हैं, and the last team, last pair has to throw the ball in the bucket. तो एक वो 1 राउंड कंप्लीट कहलाता है। नाउ क्योंकि यहाँ पे 4-5 स्क्वायर्स है, तो ऑफ कोर्स लगेगा कि अगर हम पेयर्स में खड़ा करते हैं तो कम से कम 8 लोग तो चाहिए होंगे, एंड 1 पर्सन मिनिमम विल बी रिक्वायर्ड, जो कि बॉल अगर गिरा तो वापस से उठा के रख रहा है। तो बट अगर हमारे पास कम लोग हैं तो जैसे एक ने पास किया दूसरे को, एक वापस से बैक टू बैक खड़ा हो सकता है, तो दूसरा पास करेगा वापस पहले वाले को, फिर दूसरा आगे आ जाएगा। तो इस तरीके से हम 5 लोगों के साथ भी मैनेज कर सकते हैं इस एक्टिविटी को। बॉल जब गिरता है, at that time the helper, the one person who is guiding, yes yes it is going, you're going right and all, ball जब throw हो जाता है pass on करते वक्त, they will have to start from first. So the team which throws the ball first in the bucket, that team wins. If you want to make it more entertaining and this thing, you can also, अगर बहुत easily pass on करके गिरा रहे हैं, then you can make it कि आपको 20 minutes मिल रहा है, जिनका सबसे ज्यादा number of goal होगा डस्टबिन के अंदर गिरेगा, that team wins. So this is how the activity is. The few rules that they need to take care of in mind is, while ball is passed through one pair to another pair, they are not touching the feet to the boundaries. इतना नजदीक नहीं आ गए कि बाउंड्री के, तो अदरवाइज वो फाउल हो जाएगा, and then again they have to start from 1. This game is ideally suggested to do simultaneously. उसके लिए ऑब्जर्वर्स चाहिए होंगे। अगर ऑब्जर्वर्स आपके पास इनफ नहीं है तो एक टीम से, जैसे टीम ए है, बी है, सी है, तो ए वाले से ही आप बोल दो कि आप टीम सी को ऑब्जर्व करोगे। 1 person will observe the team C, so that they ensure that it is going without any cheating and all. People are not touching the ball with hand and all. So that is how it is. I'm open to take the questions. This is done from my end. And this is how I will share the video which I did, but then I need to edit it for some reason thoda sa, then I can share the video for the better clarity.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
What is the level of difficulty, Sumita?
So because they can't touch the ball from the hand, no, and the few things that they need to take care of here is, they need to ensure that the people who are standing pair mein jo hain, they are of equal height almost. Also, it is like when the ball is passed, बहुत बारी ball fall होता है, and they need to ensure that अगर जैसे hair वगैरह है, girls है, hair है, they need to tie, they need to ensure that the flow is going, seamlessly. So these are the challenges that they face. Many times what happens that team बड़ी भी है, but then they realize कि बहुत sync में नहीं हो रहा है, because we give practice time as well. Yes, to start the game first, they also take 5 minutes to practice. So while practicing, they realize that ये बंदा ठीक से नहीं कर पा रहा है, that this person is not able to manage it. So at that time, they can decide that only these 2 pair will work, rest will just see or observe or whatever, and they keep changing their position. So it's like ultimate goal जो है उसको पाने के लिए, how you adjust and support each other. It's okay, not everybody is performing like that.
सुनीता जी, one question is there कि अगर हम ये एक्टिविटी करते हैं तो बॉल की स्पेसिफिकेशन क्या होनी चाहिए, बॉल कैसे होना चाहिए?
मेरे पास बॉल है, बट मेरे बेटे ने उसको पेंट कर दिया, बट आई विल शो यू दैट द साइज एंड द प्लास्टिक बॉल, दैट इज द परफेक्ट बॉल फॉर पेंगू बॉल. Just give me one moment.
As far as Elroy, after this, take Karunai ka, because Karunai has got a train to catch, so he will share his activity. And we can have discussion later on. Let Karunai share his activity.
So this is the ideal size, and this is pure plastic. You can hear the sound.
Okay.
So grip में वो अगर कोई ज्यादा होल्ड करना चाहेगा तो स्लिप होके गिर जाएगा.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Karunai, Prakash, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful activities I have learned so far, and thank you also for this wonderful opportunity to share my activity. This is the right time because a lot of learning happens during the program. After that, we need some entertainment managers. Those kind of activity is very important. That is why this activity is very suitable for the right time. This activity name is Jingi Chikka Chikka Chikka. And so could you please give me the screen?
You have sharing rights.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you have sharing date.
Yeah. So it's a simple thing. Correct, sir. I'm able to see my screen, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the activity description, everything I have mentioned. Very, very easy. So as a trainer, what we need to do, we need to get response from the audience, so that what we do, what I am going to do is just to say yes in the type box. So that means yes, simple yes. So I get the reply yes, 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 yes in the comment box, so that I got so energized. I will get so energy. Okay, super. I'm waiting text. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, this is the one thing we need to do in the same activity in Jinki Chikka Chikka Chikka. Ask the participants, 10 to 100 people or 200 people, how many participants is that? Ask the participants to stand in a circle. Make the participant in a circle. As a facilitator, we need to stand in the middle, center of the point, center of the attraction, right? So are you able to understand the picture? Yes, thank you so much. Now, when participants are watching the facilitator, facilitator is going to ask the participants to reply two words. The one word is Chingi Chikka, second word is Chikka Chikka. I have mentioned in that the picture, Chinki Chikka, Chikka Chikka. If you understand those two words, type CC in the comment box. CC in the comment box, please. CC in the comment box. So Chinki Chikka, Chikka Chikka. Chinki Chikka, Chikka Chikka. That's great. That's great. Fantastic, fantastic. Now, think about the facilitator says Chinki Chikka. Participants has to reply Chikka Chikka. Listen carefully. Chinki Chikka. If facilitator says, participants will reply Chikka Chikka. If the facilitator will say Chikka Chikka, then participant should reply Chink Chikka. So ulta, so opposite, they have to say it. Now only the condition is participant will replicate the mirror the modulation and the body language of the facilitator. Just do it. Just if I action, I'm going to do it. If possible, muted and you do it. If you want, unmuted and do it. Chink Chikka. If I say facilitator, participant say Chikka Chikka. Then facilitator will say Chikka Chikka. Then all the circle of the members, participants will say Chinki Chikka, opposite word they will say. So this is a creative action facilitator will do. Participants will follow the action, but they have to say opposite way. Chinki Chikka means Chikka Chikka, Chikka Chikka means Chinki Chikka. Then after some time, after 1 or 2 minutes, 3 minutes, if you get the facilitator thinks the energy is good, then facilitator nominates someone from the participants group. One of the participants will come and stand in the middle instead of the facilitator. Then they will create own words, something like new word. Ask the facilitator, ask the participants to create. One of the participants will come and stand in the middle, and everybody will follow. This is like a follow the leader, and facilitator asks the participants to lead the team. That means participants say they will create own words like gulle gulle. Participants will say balle balle. If facilitator, sorry, that the one participant will say gulle gulle, participants will say balle balle. Balle balle means gulle gulle. Something like that. Unique word. Honey honey, money money. Dolly dolly, goli goli. Some word, unique word. Every participants we nominate, each one participant come and stand in the middle. They have to create own name, own two rhyming words like honey honey, money money, tagida tagida, ragida ragida. Some words will create. These will create the energy. And the thing is very important thing. They have to create some actions. Balle balle. They have to say gulle gulle, something like that. Action also very important. This is a very one of the energetic activity. I have done more than 200 250 participants as well. Even 10 people also we can participate. So energizer, and we if the
Karunai does it excellently well, and you have the participants who come in between now, they dance, and when they dance the steps now, everyone does that way, and it's a lot of fun. So I've requested Karunai to just share with everyone. It's a lot of fun. You will enjoy when you are doing outbound and when you are doing this session, energizing activity for the participants. Thank you so much, Karunai.
Yes, I will share the video. So within 2 days. I will edit and I will do it. So, and if facilitator wants to take a free debrief, then he can do it anything, limiting belief, energy. So cooperation, collaboration, because a facilitator thinks he wants take the learning from the participants. Even blinking the eyes, he can take it, sir. That's the power of facilitator. So you know very well. I don't need to share those kind of debriefing session. You can learn. You can do your own style of debriefing. That's it. Any questions so far?
I think so. It's already done so well. This explained really well. So no questions.
I will share this one so that easily you can.
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Karunai. Of course, if there are questions, please feel free. Karunai will be more than happy. I guess it's just that right now he is in a hurry to also catch a train, is it?
Yes, yes. Tomorrow I have program. That's why.
All right. All the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All the best. Thank you, Karunai. Thank you.
Okay, so after Sumita, we have next in line Snehpal Singh.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
So, Snehpal from Delhi. The activity is about the poker coins. So, there are coins of different colors. So, I've got coins of 5 different colors. You can see how does it look like. So, these are different colored coins which are there. So, there are 5 different colors. Depending on the number of teams which you form, you can distribute equal number of coins to each of the team. Now, what it may look like, just a minute, I'll share the screen. What it may look like is this. So, in the first place, when you're dividing the teams, you will distribute equal number of coins, say 10 coins to each team. Now, total 10 coins are red. Initially, you will have to segregate 10 red coins, 10 blue, 10 green, and 10 yellow. But you will mix it up and then you will divide into 4 parts, 10 each. Finally, you have to give them some money. You will have to give them some money. So, I have got, the currency which is there. So, I give either 10,000 rupees or 50,000 rupees to each of the team. So, they will have equal amount of currency. So, I don't give the smaller denomination. That's for the change in case somebody approaches me to take the change. Target is very simple. The team which completes the task of having all the coins of the same color at the earliest and by spending least of the money is going to stand as a winner. Which means towards the end, you will actually count whether this team has got the same number of coins and also the money left. For example, it may look like this. I'm sure if you look at this, you'll be able to figure out which is the team which has won. It's the red team which has won.
Right.
And they have got the currency also which is maximum. So intentionally I pasted. But is this the ideal situation? Maybe not. Ideal situation is this. This is the ideal situation, which is very, very difficult to reach. You may try to take it to that level, but it may not happen. So this is what it is going to happen. So this can be used for multiple things. Predominantly, you can figure out that for negotiation skills, it would be a fantastic activity.
Nepal, सबको दिया हुआ अलग-अलग कलर, सबको अलग-अलग कलर का दिया हुआ है, coins दिया हुआ है, and they have given 50,000 rupees. Now they decide among themselves कि यार अपना दे दो, पैसा देने की जरूरत है आपस में, तो हो जाएगा, सब लोग जीत जाएगा.
पर लोग ऐसा करते नहीं हैं. In general, they don't do like that. जब आप करोगे तो what will happen is that हमने पहले वो competitive spirit build करके रखा हुआ है, जो हम business as usual में करते हैं. The team which is going to win is the one जिसके पास सबसे ज्यादा पैसा होगा और सारे coins एक ही कलर के होंगे. So people will hold on to those things. That thing will not happen. Very, very difficult.
How many minutes do you give for this activity?
It all depends. So I have got 20 coins of each color. It depends. Even if you want one team to have 20 people, it's perfectly all right. But usually, on an average, 5 people in each team is good enough.
5 to 10 people in each team is good enough. And how many minutes they bargain? Bargain करने के लिए कितना minute?
So we can give them some time to strategize, say approximately 10 minutes. And usually this activity will get completed in around 5 minutes. Total 15 minutes. But you can reduce the time also. You can have a timer, ठीक है, maximum इतने time तक जो भी होगा, we'll close it. It depends on the availability of time. So what I've done is that I've also done it like पहला team जब हो जाएगा तो उसके बाद I will stop the clock if I have the luxury of time. If I don't have the luxury of time, I'll define my 15 minutes, 10 minutes for strategizing, 5 minutes for execution. Whatever is the end result, maximum number of coins of the same color with maximum money, the team is winner.
And then you brief about this, you are a part of different departments of the same organization, blah, 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 all that you brief so that, you know, they know that they need to collaborate with each other.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Any questions, anyone?
So I'm a little confused about the coins and the money. So how does the currency work now? Is that also separate money that is given, or?
This currency, you can give the amount which you want. So I have got the Gade, 500 का Gade है मेरे पास. अभी एक team को I can give one Gade.
Okay.
Right. So when they have to negotiate with the party, they will obviously give some money and only then they will get the coin. वो initial briefing में उनको बोल दिया कि भाई ऐसे मुफ्त में कुछ नहीं मिलता. You don't get anything for free. So for that you will have to give the money. अब कौन कितना money दे रहा है? अब इसमें एक what will happen is in a situation where one team has got 8 coins of the same color. Very carefully. अभी क्या होगा, उसका गरज बढ़ गया. जब उसका गरज बढ़ गया या फिर हो सकता है 9 हो जाए. अभी किसी एक के पास उसका एक कलर है और उसको मालूम है कि इसको वो वाला कॉइन चाहिए, इसको मिलते साथ ही जीत जाएगा. तो I have also seen one coin being bought for 5,000 rupees. Out of the total currency which I gave was 10,000 rupees. That's what.
यानी अगर वो जीता, समझो वो अगर रेड मैंने पूरा बनाया, ये जीतने के बाद ये 10,000 रुपए खर्चा करने के बाद जो बना हुआ है वो कितने का है, ताकि ये 5,000 10,000 खर्चा करना चाहिए कि बनाने के लिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए?
नहीं करना चाहिए, करने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Why not? Nothing is coming free of cost. But eventually है कि जिसका कम से कम खर्चे में काम हो जाए, वो that is the best. बिना खर्चा किए तो होगा ही नहीं. वो पहले बोल दिया, you are not going to do it free of cost.
Superb.
Maximum how many participants can play this game?
तो maximum का कोई लिमिट नहीं है. What I have done is I have played till about 30. उसके ऊपर अभी ट्राई किया नहीं है, but I can try that. मुझे नहीं लगता कि कोई फाइट है. I don't feel.
But don't you think it will take time to do all of this? Time
ना अपने हाथ में. Time के 2 तरीके हैं. One is that you define the time. That total 15 minutes, 10 minutes for strategizing and 5 minutes for execution. That's one way of it. The second way of it is that जिसका टीम सबसे पहले खत्म कर लेगा, कहानी खत्म. Now that may happen in 12 minutes also. That may happen in 18 minutes also.
Okay.
Depending on the luxury of time which is available.
And we can also tie it up with the targets of the training also, and throughout the day they may do it. Can that be done like somewhere? No.
वो तो जो होगा सामने होगा ना. It is a dedicated time. पूरा दिन में कैसे करेगा वो?
Okay, got it.
आपने उनको distribute किया. So logically what will happen is that once they will strategize, they will also ensure that team में से कोई एक बंदा negotiate करेगा किसी और के पास जाके. एक चीज और भी है. At a time, people will take only one coin. At a time, people will take only one coin. एक साथ 4 करेंगे नहीं. So it all depends. आप कितना difficulty बढ़ाना चाहते हो, you can all do that. It's too much of fun. And what happens is poker coins में एक तो colors हैं plus इसका currency है. So people are very very excited. अच्छा उसमें एक बार अगर किसी को अपना coin का denomination कम करना है currency का, they can come to me and take a lower denomination कि 500 को छोटा दे दो.
काम करना नेपाल, तुम लोग को असली नोट भेज दे 500 का, मैं असली नोट से खेलता हूँ। इतना असली नोट है तेरे घर पे, वो भेज दे मेरे घर पे।
भाई मेरा एक दोस्त है, वो 1.5 करोड़ रुपए का कर्जा ले रहा है, और उस 1.5 करोड़ के कर्जे में से मैं भी सोच रहा हूँ कुछ कट ले लूं, और फिर असली नोट से खेलूंगा।
चलो ये अभी और कोई है बचा हुआ करके?
Yep. All right, wonderful, Snehpal ji, superb activity. Has to be tried out. And in fact,
Yeah,
I just loved what Shrija had suggested. It's something that's really now actually made me think whether it can actually be done from start to the end. Start at 9. We have the coins whole day to actually play.
Even I agree to that. It must be explored to run it through the training session.
तो क्या,
It must be
तो
explored.
जब ब्रेक्स होगा ना, तो वो लोग आपस में डिस्कस करते बैठेगा, देना भाई मेरे को, देना भाई तू दे ले।
Calm down, Dandvet. So wonderful. It's a
Very
great
good.
possibility. Thank you, Snehpal ji, and thank you,
Thank you,
Chikka,
Snehpal ji. Thank you. Very nice.
expecting this idea. All right, and we have next in line. Who's next? One second. I lost the next person.
कुलजीत रहेगा ना शायद, कुलजीत है क्या?
Sushant. No, Sushant is the next person.
अरे, we are
Sushant
extending,
Mysorekar.
why those who are getting late for dinner, they can go for dinner. We are extending because at least today, whatever happens, till 9 o'clock, we'll continue.
Okay, thanks, Elroy, and thanks, Asif. I'm going to share an activity which we are performing for Learners Conclave. So this is the first time. Last month, we had, I have just put a message on Learners Conclave that those who want to be a part of a group which creates some ideas, or you want to share some thoughts, or you want to have some feedback or questions. And we have initiated that with 4 members, 5 of us. And I would like to share that activity with all of you. So Colonel Shobit from Chandigarh, Subramaniam Sarode from Bangalore, Vidhu Sharma from Mumbai, Shweta from Mumbai, and myself, Sushant from Mumbai. We all 5 meet every Wednesday from 8:30 to 9:30. And first 40 minutes are exclusively kept for anything which each one of us feel. Let's say, just to give an example, let's say I have my issues in marketing. So first 10 minutes, I share what is my product, what I presently do. The next 5 minutes, those 4 people ask me questions. They don't give any suggestions. They ask me questions, and I answer those questions in next 5 minutes. So 20 minutes I exclusively kept to ask my challenges, and the next 10-15 minutes maximum, they share the suggestions. In that suggestion, I am totally out. I'm on mute. I stop my video so I don't express anything. So they just peep in the solutions, and at the back end, I write my solutions, what they have given. And the last 5 minutes, I give them that this is the suggestion which I've already implemented, or this is a new suggestion which I've got. Thank you. I will take into action plan. And we put it in the group that what action plan I'm going to take. So this 40 minutes exclusively goes on my challenges and whether I get my answers from 4 different people from different industries. And the last 20 minutes, we keep for one of the person who is going to either share an activity or he is going to share what I say, he want to share what he does, whatever. So 20 minutes exclusively kept for one single person. Now, first round is already over. Now we are in the second round. And in second round, we are again going to have this activity, but from an external trainer or a coach. So here I would like to invite any of you who would like to, maybe he's starting a new activity and would like to take some suggestions, or he is into training fraternity and he is delivering lectures, but he doesn't know where to stop or what changes he has to do. Maybe this is what we are planning to do. And so invite anybody who would like to be a part of it. They are most welcome. So I really thank Asif for this wonderful group of trainers and coaches. And I see a lot of trainers putting in their regularly, they are giving suggestions. And forward learners, the portal which has been created, lots of videos, audio. I request each one of you to go through that, because the content which each one of them have shared and the platform which Asif has created, really, since last 7 days, I'm looking at those things and I see a great potential and great thought into it, and I'm learning a lot from that. So again, thank you, Asif.
And thank you, Elroy, for always there.
Sushant, it is
And
more
I'm
of
going
a
to have a separate discussion on the card market because I'm going to create a separate platform for senior citizens, which I'm going to run it absolutely free of charge.
Thank you, Sushant. It's more of a mastermind. Like, be a part of mastermind. Everyone, be a part of mastermind. It will really, if you are thinking bulb and whatever, it will be, it's very good. Someone showing you a mirror. This is who you are. This is what you do, and you getting excited. Don't get discouraged.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also part of it. But here again, there is a different perspective we get from different trainers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Sushantji. All right. Next, we have in line Mr. Kuljit Marwah.
Hero last matter.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. And I would like to start with the, my activity name is SST. SST is skip the small talk. So when we are saying skip the small talk, it is sometimes very, very, very necessary in our communication. So I would like to start with sharing a video with you. And it's really powerful just to give you a brief of this, what this activity is. So here's a video. I think
I don't hear the audio.
Abba dabba jabba wala.
Are you? I mean, you
There's
can
no
see this.
audio. Can see it, but I don't hear anything.
Abba dabba jabba.
Oh, you don't hear. Okay.
कुलजीत जी, when you are sharing, आपको पहले उसके ऑप्शन में जाकर के शेयर साउंड भी करना पड़ेगा, तब आएगा.
Sharing में? Okay.
Share at the bottom, there's one small little box which says share system, video, audio, or
just hold on.
The small little box is there.
There's like optimize for audio, I think. Something like that.
That says share sound. So when you say share screen, sir, share screen on करिए. Click करिए उसके ऊपर. Bottom left में देखिए share sound लिखा हुआ आएगा.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is.
आप ये वीडियो व्हाट्सएप पे भेज देना, बाद में बस समझा देना क्या है.
Okay. I'll do that. एक सेकंड और देख लेता हूँ. Okay. Activity, छोटी सी activity है, where we are giving importance to people because communication में कई बार ऐसा होता है, we wanted to connect. अभी recently एक company की requirement भी आई है कि अपने HNI clients को connect नहीं कर पा रहे लोग, तो उनको sales में कैसे help मिलेगी, वो कैसे उनके साथ connect कर सकते हैं. While this connect is also important when doing some collaboration with some other departments also. And when we are delegating some roles from the leadership, we also need this kind of the activity or this kind of control on the short talk. And this is also important in customer understanding and sales. And this is also important when we are improvising our listening power. So this is a talk where we are putting the whole gathering in a pairing mode. And we call it A and B. So we give them a choice who want to speak first. And A asks question to B. where B has to answer. Strictly prohibited area is he cannot answer by yes or no, or by saying nodding this way or saying like that. So it is all out. So when they are doing that, the thing is for 1 minute activity, for one person sharing with other, asking question. The first A is asking question to B, and B is responding, but he cannot respond in yes or no or by nodding like this. So he cannot do that. So he is out. So need not to go. The activity goes on for 1 minute. Only thing is we have to count how many times he got that kind of a response. And this also improvises in A's, capability of asking questions. कि क्वेश्चन मेरे को करने कैसे है, मेरे को कैसे बात करनी है उनसे. So that is, and then we can switch over. B can do for vice versa, like B can ask question to A and A is answering. So that way, both of them are responding to each other. And here, these are the things which we can improvise in our management. So that's a small.
You already share with them, okay, these are open-ended questions, who, what, when, where, why, and how. These are close-ended questions. Are you, have you, do you? Do you brief all that before that, or they do it on their own?
No, we have to give them a brief of that how the answer comes. It is close-ended question. Of course, the answer is yes or no. But if it is open-ended question, so how they can perform that? So first of all, we must give them a trial, how they are doing naturally. And then we can brief them again, and then we can give them another chance, because it's a 1 minute activity. It's not a longer one. So we can give them another chance of doing it again now. So practice it.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Wonderful for communication.
Actually, yeah, thank you so much, Kuljit. Actually, I'd asked Balraj to share about this balloon race, but it's too late. So what we'll do is we'll have one more session next time.
Wait, Balraj is the last. Answer. Let's finish him. It's the last one. So
yeah. Thank you
very much, Kuljit ji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rajiv ji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah. So can I start?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Very good evening. So thank you so much, Asif, Elroy, and everyone. It's a great platform. Everyone keeps talking, and so would I. So I really won't go into detail. Thank you, Asif, and thank you everyone for the wonderful support to each and everyone. Great. So this is the balloon race. So number one, the props required are just one. So that's the number of balloons as per the number of participants. So if there are 40 participants, we require 40 balloons. And ideally, this should be played in an open area. So I would say that it's more of outbound, but still it can be played inside in case we have enough space. So these are the basic things. Now, how do we do it? Is ideally you divide the participants into teams about 8 to 10. If it's more than 10, it becomes a little unwieldy. If it's, I would say, smaller than 4 or 5, then the fun or the difficulty level is reduced, or it goes pretty down, you know. So the lessons or the learnings we are trying to derive, they don't come out really well. And ideally, there should be at least 2 teams. So now I'm going back again. If there are, let's say, less than 20 people, then obviously you're going to have lesser than, let's say, 8, 9. But ideally, I would suggest 8 and 9. That's 1, and minimum 2 teams. And in case the team number is large, then you have to have a few number of facilitators or the co-facilitators. All right, so everybody has been given 1 balloon. A very simple instruction first is that even before dividing them into teams of 8 to 9 or 10, is blow your balloon to the maximum. That's it, simple. Blow your balloon to the maximum. Bigger the balloon, the more fun. The more fun, the more chaos, the better learnings, I would say. Once that's been done, and you can divide, or you ask them randomly to divide themselves into, as I said, about 8 to 10 people. Now there could be ladies as well. I leave it to your judgment, but ideally I would suggest that have the ladies or the girls separate, even if they are lesser in number. So just to be on the safer side, but again, it is to your judgment. Now, you tell them that they have to stand in a line. That means one after the another. Each one. So I'm assuming there are 3 teams, just assuming 30 people. So they stand in one line, one behind the other. There are 10 people, and they have to reach, and they have, now everybody has balloons in their hands. So the balloons have to be between the first person's back and the chest. So that means 2 people have one balloon within themselves, the blown balloon. I repeat, so the first person, his back, and the second person chest, there's one balloon. Similarly, second and third, they have one balloon. I believe that's clear till this point. So that way they stand. So ideally 10 people would have 9 balloons. So they stand in, so 3 teams stand in straight line, of course, having some distance. So they start at the same level, same point, let's say point A, and the team which reaches the point B, which I would say should be minimum about 10-15 meters. As I said, ideally it should be placed outdoor, but if you can manage that kind of space, you can play it indoors as well. Even if you don't have space, I would still suggest that keep the chairs or the tables aside, but manage about 10 meters, because below 10 meters, I think I would say it won't be fun, and we will not be able to get or derive the learnings we're trying to derive. Now, they are not starting. I repeat, they are standing at point A. So the first person is standing at the point A, and 10 people are after him or her. Similarly, at point A, 1, 2, 3, assuming there are 30 people, and they have to reach the point B. Now, whichever team reaches first at the point B is the winner. Now, what are the rules? Number 1, you cannot touch the balloon. Number 2, if the balloon, same point, if you touch the balloon, you have to start from the point A, from the ground zero. If the balloon falls, you can pick up, but again you go back. If the balloon bursts, again, you can have a new balloon, but you go back. And the time is on. And another very, very important instruction is, I would request everyone to look at me. You have to have your hands like this at the back. And when I do this, I'm very particular. The moment somebody has hands like this, I said, go back. So I repeat, they have to have their hands exactly clasped, hands at the back, very straight, clasped. They can't even have kind of loose, I would say. So I'm sure all of you are noting, but still I'm repeating very quickly, starting from this one. So they have to have their hands in the back of their neck clasped. That's one. They have fully balloon between one person's chest and the back. The team whichever reaches first is the winner. The balloon should not fall down on the ground. If it falls down, you go back, start from ground zero. If it bursts, again, you go back. If you touch the balloon, you go back. If you remove your hands, you go back. And again, now, if they ask for strategy formulation, you can give it. Here, you can play it according to your wishes, or you can say, fine, you start. Or you can deliberately give them, I give you 5 minutes to strategize. I normally avoid using the word strategize. I say, I give you 5 minutes to think. I don't even use the word planning. Or what there is, they can't think of anything. They start probably again. You can start again and you can give them time, purely up to you. So you're assuming that we give them time when they start, and then you very, very closely monitor. As I said, the moment they touch the balloon, it falls, it bursts, or the hands are out from the back of the neck, you tell them to go back. Any clarifications required till this point? Now,
Perfect.
Thank you. Now, rather than I deriving the learning, so I'll request the members to tell me very quickly, so what do we derive out of it, the learnings?
So what can happen is जल्दी करने में वो लोग घाई करने में चक्कर में गिर जाता रहेगा, हाथ छोड़ देता रहेगा, all that will happen. What I'm saying is, can we have, suppose a person, the entire team is aligned and they are going and they are putting it down, and उसके जितना ज्यादा बलून्स करेगा, जितना टाइमिंग सेट करके कि इतने मिनट में कितने बलून्स तुम्हारे हैं, ऐसा भी खेला हुआ है कभी कि नहीं? कि suppose we are giving 15 minutes to them and you have 9 balloons, right? And how many balloons are there in that box? There is a box kept over there. Have you played that way as well?
No, I haven't played. That's a very interesting variation. I normally just played this way, that, you know, so whichever reaches first, because it is, in fact, this is also a challenge for them.
I understand. What I'm saying is, suppose I'm saying a team is very well aligned. They know very well कि थोड़ा करके जाना है, वो वहाँ पे पहुंच जाएगा. तो एलिमेंट जल्दी करने के लिए कॉम्पिटिटर से और मेरे को ज्यादा बलून्स कलेक्ट करने के लिए ज्यादा मिस्टेक करने के चांसेस है.
Exactly.
10 मिनट का टाइम दिया, जितना ज्यादा बलून्स बॉक्स में रहेगा तो ज्यादा मिस्टेक्स करने के चांसेस है. अगर टाइम देगा और बोलेगा मैक्सिमम करो, नहीं तो क्या होगा कि अगर समझ में आ गया, किसी ने पहला खेला हुआ भी है, बोलेगा आराम से कर लो, डू इट आराम से जाओ, आराम से आ जाओ, and then they will feel that we have done it, but we have to make it more complicated. I'm just telling you.
Exactly. Agreed. So taking your point, so we can tell them that you have, so let's look at it. I mean, taking your cue, same way that you have 10 minutes or 15 minutes, there are 100 balloons. Let's see which puts the maximum number of balloons in his or her basket. So that means you're basically transporting some goods, which can't be touched with hands.
How do you debrief? What are the learnings when you have done this? What kind of learnings came forward and what kind of insights they got?
So starting from the very basic, did we have a leader? Again, everybody keeps talking. Did we have a leader? Did we have a strategy? Then, whether we had or not had, then how did we decide? Because normally, if we go, let's say somebody is very tall and then somebody is very short. So do we have they behind, in front of or back at the back? Or we have gradually, let's say, going from the shorter to the higher. So that means the role given or the position given. That's one. So as a leader or team is the choosing people as per the roles, as per their strengths, rather than getting into a physical characteristic, but it's a game. So they have a certain strength, could be the physical strength. So the height. So have we given them roles according to that? That's one. Number two, some people would be very fast, some would be very slow. So adaptability. Do we have the adaptability? And for adaptability, the communication is important. We're trying to adapt, but we are not communicating within the team. So is that communication is there? And again, connecting back, did we have a strategy and everyone is following that strategy? We did have a strategy, but not everyone is following. And then comes very, very important as SOP or follow the process. Are we following the rules? When it has been told very clearly, these are the rules, this is the SOP. Are we following it? So it's not only about the task completed, the way, let's say, the organization mandates. So here we can also, so SOP, I will also connect that these are the values. Could be, let's say, in a sales situation, keeping hands is basically doing it the right way, the ethical way. So let's say that's our SOP or that's our value. So could be I'm able to have all the balloons there, But then if I have my hands loose, so that means somewhere I'm not sticking to the values or the right process, then the whole idea of completing the task is lost. So that's
So
how
where all you have you use it for team building? Which are the topics you use this activity for?
It is mainly for team building, collaboration, adaptability. I would say role allocation, strategizing, and again, leadership to a certain extent. It's more about the leadership, collaboration, adaptability.
Thank you. Process orientation and ethical practices. So
yes,
if you take it up from there, it's superb.
So thank you so much, Balraj. Thank you so much, Elroy. Thank you each and everyone. We have extended because I said jitna hota hai, ho jane do, fir at least. Thank you so much once again. It's always better to learn more and more.
Exactly.
And those people who had, I understand you all have to have dinner and all, but bear with us. It's for the betterment for everyone only. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
You are safe. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Elroy, your closing remarks.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thanks everyone.
Yes.
So on behalf of the entire team supporting this community, thank you very much for joining in for these sessions. We are into the 6th session and we are a 400 plus strong community of trainers who are contributing on a daily basis to making a difference in either each other's lives or the employees or our clients. So if you feel that, yes, we as a community can grow, you have trainers in your network who you feel can join our community and develop themselves and grow, you are most welcome to invite your friends, partners, colleagues. If you have the confidence in this group, in the kind of value add that we provide, please feel free to invite them. And of course, Asif would have a small little discussion with them. And of course, just the way we've done it with you over time, I believe we are growing into one strong family. So on that note, thank you very much for this completion of 6 sessions. Looking forward to a lot more happening offline very soon. Yes, Balraj.
And as well as we'll do online session as well. You all nominate yourself. We love to do more and more sessions, love to learn more and more. But someone, we have now around more than 100 activities which has been shared. Some take the pains. I will come and we'll structure it in such a way that it's very easy for others to just go through that activity list and apply, and the name and number of that person who has done it, so they can call up that person and talk to that person if they have any queries at all. Thank you so much, Elroy. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Elroy. Thanks, everyone.
Balraj, you wanted to share something?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that I'll be sharing the video. So for this activity, so everybody, somebody who's not here, or probably it's better to have in video. So I'll share that. So just wanted to add to this. That's it. Right.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Photo, group photo nahi nikala.